In this video, we're going to be showing you how to gain access to the internal components of the WS-63TB range hood. And before we begin, you're actually going to want to make sure that the power has been cut off to the unit. Once you've done so, you're actually going to go ahead and remove the baffle filters. As you can see, we've already went ahead and do that. If you don't know how to do that, go ahead and watch our magnetic stainless steel baffle remove video, and let's go ahead and continue. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and remove is we're actually going to go ahead and locate the front of the range hood itself. And you can tell by where this plate is sitting. As you can see, one side has this bottom plate and the other side doesn't. Or you can just follow where the control switch is at. So once we located the orientation of where all the components are going to be sitting at, which is the front here, so we're actually going to go ahead and begin by removing this bottom plate and these two back plates. But first, we're actually going to go ahead and remove this bottom plate, which is being held in by two screws. So let's go ahead and do that, and we'll continue. Okay, now that we have removed the center bracket here in the middle, we're actually going to go ahead and remove the other four screws that are holding this back plate and this outer plate in place, which is a total of 4 screws. It's going to be the 2 outer screws, so one on the far left, one on the far right, and we're actually going to disregard these center 3 screws, which hold this back plate in place. So we're going to leave those intact, and we're going to go ahead and remove the 2 outer left, the 2 outer screws, one on the left, one on the right, and these back 2 inner screws that are sitting, one here and one there. So we're actually going to go ahead and get those out. Once you get those out, then this whole bottom plate is actually going to come out. And this is what you're going to be exposed to. Now, when you get to this area, you're actually going to see this plate right here. So this plate is where all the electrical components are actually being held in place to this bracket. So the next step is we're actually going to go ahead and remove this back plate. And this inner plate here is actually being held in place by these 4 top screws. Okay, now that we removed these 2 bottom plates, we're actually going to go ahead and remove this next plate right here. So as you can see, this plate is actually being held in by 2 outer screws. I know there's 4, but this plate itself is actually only being held by the 2 outer screws. So the one on the far left and the one on the far right. These 2 inner screws is going to be the next step to actually gain access to the control switch. So we're going to go ahead and remove these two outer screws first to remove this bottom bracket. Okay, now that both screws have been removed, we can actually go ahead and hold on to the bracket itself. And as you can see, now we have access to the LED driver, the capacitor, and the IC board.